every day is a good day when you start with a cold start. So today we're going to be working on my wheels. Let me show you what I mean. So as you can see, these wheels are really beat up and there's this god-awful machined lip. I know some people like it, but I absolutely do not. So we're going to be fixing that with these things. We picked up some Gloss Dark Gray paint and primer, 4 cans, 1 per wheel. And we also got some crystal clear lacquer to protect it and give it a little bit extra shine. And to prep, we got 150 and 320 grit sandpaper. Now, just to clarify, I do know that these are American racing wheels and they're not the greatest, but I've got another project coming, more news on that in another video. So we're going with the cheaper option for now, and eventually we will replace these wheels, hopefully with some nice HRE, flow form, or even maybe 3-piece wheels. Things first, we gotta get these wheels off the car and put the stock ones on. On a side note, New England weather is ridiculous. Last week it was 70 and sunny. Then 2 days later, we used 25 with 3 inches of snow, and today it's 45 and sunny. Perfect day for doing the wheels, but that's just crazy. Alright guys, we got the stock wheels back on the car. As you can see, I got the other wheels sitting in the garage on a tarp, ready to get painted, so let's get to it. Alright, so first things first, we're going to start sanding these wheels, and then we're going to clean them, and then we'll be all set to paint. Let's get going. So I'm going to be using Rust-Oleum paint and primer in Gloss Dark Gray. Just make sure you get a can that works for metal. It's about $5 a can, about 1 can per wheel. The key to get good results is very, very light coats and waiting about 15 to 20 minutes between coats. You'll have a nice even finish despite just being a rattle can and being very inexpensive. And one last thing, if you're going to reuse your tire, make sure you put something around the rim so that you don't get paint on them, because obviously you don't want that. You can either use index cards, or in my case I don't have index cards, I'm using an old deck of cards that I only have about half the deck of, so it's not a waste. But once you do that, you're all set to paint. Alright, so the first coat is on. It looks much better on camera. If we get closer, you can still see the black through, and it's drying. I might have put this coat on a little too heavy. If so, and we got some bubbles or running, we'll just sand it down and try again. But for now, we'll give it some time and then we'll come back for a second coat. So this is 3 coats now on this first rim. You can see it's looking really good. It definitely doesn't look DIY. I mean, it does a little bit now because we're not done, but you can see we got nice even color. We don't have any runs. We do have an extra clear to put on here just to protect it, and if we want it a little bit glossier. All right, so I did this off camera, but as you can see, I got 2 coats down on all 4 wheels. It's coming out more Nardo gray than really dark gray like I originally thought. I'll have to see how I feel about it after we get some more coats down, because it is going to get darker the more we paint it. So we'll keep going, we'll keep plugging away. It's looking good, no runs, no nothing. We'll see how it fits with the white on the car after we get these wheels painted. Again, this was only $25, $30. We can always do another color if it doesn't work out. Now I'm going to give these rims a good 45 minutes to an hour to dry out. You don't have to do this, but I want to see what they look like after this, see how much farther I want to go, and decide if I want to put the clear coat on. So we'll give it about an hour, and we'll check back in a little bit. So I'm back just about an hour later. These wheels are looking really good. I don't see any runs. We coated nice and light, and we have a nice even finish. And it does have much more of a shine than I thought it was going to. I think it's about a semi-gloss now. I think I am going to try with the acrylic clear coat, and if it doesn't work, we'll sand it down and we'll redo the rim. But first, I think I'm going to put 2 more coats down on each of these wheels, which will put us at 4 total, and hopefully that'll be enough, and let's get to it. Alright guys, and here we are the following day. I ran out of daylight, but I laid the first layer of clear coat last night off camera, it's essentially the same process as the paint. You just want to go extra light on your first coat, because even if you have a nice smooth layer of color, when you put the clear coat on, if you put it on too heavy, you can get a lot of bubbling, and it's going to really show. So as you can see already, we got a nice, really glossy finish, and we have no runs. This is better than even I thought I was going to be able to do. And that clear coat works really good. So $25 option to paint your wheels looks really good. But let me show you what I mean. So this is my problem wheel. And if I can get the camera to focus on that. Yeah, you can see I didn't go fine enough on the sanding, so we do have these cracks, and it is on just about every spoke on this wheel. But if you come up, you know, it's not that noticeable. There we go. It's not that noticeable, and for a DIY option and a temporary solution until we can get new wheels, I think I'm gonna leave it. If it bothers me enough, I will change it in the future though. So I wanted to add real quick that I bought 4 cans of paint, assuming I was gonna use 1 per wheel, and I bought 2 cans of clear coat. And I definitely didn't use or need that much at all. I used about a can and maybe half a can of paint and exactly 1 can of clear coat to do those 18-inch rims. And so you can definitely save yourself money. Don't do what I did and buy so much. Maybe we'll use the extra to touch up the wheel that I messed up. And definitely, if you're going to sand down beforehand, which I do recommend, it gives a stronger bond, definitely go higher than 300 grit, because as you can see, I had that problem with the one wheel with the pitting and the cracking, and you definitely don't want that, because you just have to sand it off and start over again. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had a lot of fun with this project. I know it wasn't the biggest or the craziest in the world, but it's something I've wanted to do for a while, and I'm really happy with the result. I've got a new project on the way. I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is yet, but it's a car I'm really passionate about, and I personally think is very underrated. I'm going to do a lot mechanically and cosmetically to this car, things I've never done before that I'm really excited to learn about and share with you guys. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.